Xion is a beloved favorite character that we've all come to tragically love. She is the 14th member of the original Organization 13, a replica of Roxas made from the memories of Sora that Xemnas took during their short scuffle. But after her selfless sacrifice to return to Sora, she let go of her freedom, her friendship, and her existence, ultimately becoming forgotten, even less than a memory. Her theme and story has always evoked a strong, poignant, sad emotion whenever I think about it, and I'm sure it's the same for many others. However, unlike Roxas, I always felt slightly unsatisfied with her showcase, in the fact that it felt like there was more left to the tale still to be told. At the time I merely thought it was on purpose, that this was the calamitous nature of Xion's role in the story, little time to explore who she was and her development as a person, before essentially dying. But there might just be some clues leading to her return in Kingdom Hearts 3. Hello and welcome to a new video. I'm Vanguard and today, we'll be talking about Xion and her future role in the series. But without further ado, let's get right into it. During the secret ending of Birth by Sleep, Recoded, and the climax of Dream Drop Distance, there was a persistent reference of Xion and the other important characters as well, where they slumber, waiting to be rescued by Sora. Purely from a story setup, I think these critical moments are enough hints to support her return, as they continuously mention her character to be saved 3 games in a row. In March of 2017 last year, during an orchestra world tour in Japan, the voice actor of Xion came on stage to perform canon lines that will serve as the backstory for Kingdom Hearts 3. Here she talks about Roxas and Axel as her best friends, reminiscing about the time she had with them, thanking them for their kindness, and wishing she had more time to go out to sea with them. At E3 of 2018 this year, Nomura was interviewed by IGN, where they asked him about the lack of Final Fantasy presence in the upcoming game. He stated it was difficult, and because most of the original Kingdom Hearts characters are going to appear in Kingdom Hearts 3, that's just already too many characters to begin with. While all this doesn't confirm Xion's return, from the numerous story setup, orchestra world tour, popularity, interviews, and etc., the likelihood of this occurring is very possible. I personally am a mixed bag on this. The ending of 358 over 2 days and Roxas' summer vacation finale left such an impact on so many fans even to this day. I feel negative towards Roxas' return, as it feels like it diminishes Roxas' conclusion to his character arc, while Xion I don't think had enough time to grow as a person with distinct personalities on screen before her sacrifice, so I'm more accepting of the idea of her returning. It just seems that no one can stay dead, which reduces the intensity and my engagement sometimes, but I do believe she will return. So how exactly will she come back, and what will be her role? Well, we know that Sora will spend a fair amount of time trying to find a way to revive both Roxas and Ventus. Everyone who knew Xion on the side of the Guardians of Light, such as Riku, Lee, and Roxas, no longer have any memories of her, so I don't think anyone will actively be trying to find a way to rescue her as well. They might be able to come close to remembering, like how Kyra described Lee in the Orchestra World Tour performance. However, I doubt that anyone could completely remember. The only exception is Naminé, which I do believe will have some sort of role in Kingdom Hearts 3. This is evident from the voice actor's performance in the First Breath concert, where she was found talking to the Lingering Will. Depending on the method of releasing Roxas and Ventus' heart from Sora, we could possibly see the return of the Keyblade of Heart used on Sora. This might also free Xion unintentionally, but will have to depend if she has a heart of her own. Since she was born merely as a puppet of Sora's memories, it's possible she developed her own as a nobody, as Xemnas stated that you could do in Dream Drop Distance, but we'll have to wait and see. They could use other methods that won't repeat what happened in Kingdom Hearts 1, where Sora would have to turn into a Heartless, which might be what Ansem and Xemnas want. But if this successfully happens, she's basically reawakened, accidentally saved by some miracle. If all goes well, she could be one of the last Guardians of Light Sora is conveniently looking for, since Aqua might be a Seeker of Darkness, which means we won't have access to Ventus. Terra is a complete mystery, which leaves us with one missing slot that Xion could fulfill. The reunion between her, Lee, and Roxas will be a beautiful moment after all the horrible things that they had to go through. To finally be able to fight alongside each other at last is everything they could have asked for. This would give further exploration to her characterization and development, which would be awesome. She could wield the Oathkeeper while Roxas holds the Oblivion, as they fight against some original organization members like Isa, Braig, Xemnas, Luxine, Marluxia, and etc. in the final Keyblade War. However, there's another side to this story's speculation that could very well be the case where she is a Seeker of Darkness instead. This might explain why Xemnas and Ansem were so eager and strangely keen to see Roxas revived to potentially free Xion, which Sora would have no idea who she is. The time-traveling ability introduced in Dream Drop Distance might be an explanation to this theory, where young Xehanort brought Xemnas, the version that still remembers Xion when she hadn't sacrificed herself yet, into the future, which would be a key knowledge in bringing her to the dark side. They could choose to strike in that moment to retrieve their original puppet to become a vessel. Another way the Seekers of Darkness could retrieve Xion is through the same method that Xemnas first used on Sora, where he phased past his body and captured some of his memories, or they already have some sort of copy of her when Sora was formerly going to be the 13th member. The idea of her being a vessel would go in line with what young Xehanort was talking about in the Toy Box world, where there's a darkness they are missing and must reclaim, and that they made a copy of the world to give them a clue of obtaining such thing, which would bring greater sense to what he said to the underlying story, as it also makes sense in the context of the Toy Story world they are in. This would mean the Guardians of Light would be still one member short, unless they could get Terra, which was hinted in the First Breath concert, where the Lingering Will was told by Naminé that everyone was looking for him, and that he must save Aqua, who is currently lost in darkness, when the time comes. It will be a really emotional reveal if she really was the 13th vessel, and Roxas or Lee will inevitably have to take her down once again. This would give the two far more of a concrete and dire motivation to take Xehanort down. But things this time around doesn't need to end in a death or sacrifice. I would hope that achieving victory against Xehanort at last would set her and everyone under the influence free. However, we can never be too sure, as there will be plenty of surprising moments along the way, according to Tetsuya Nomura. Well, that about wraps up this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. I've been working hard on a Kingdom Hearts 1 critique lately, which we'll be releasing in about a month or so. It is my proudest work yet, and I hope you can join me on the ride whenever it comes around. I'm only up to the scripting phase, but I already know it's going to be one mammoth of a video. In the meantime, you can check out my retrospective look on Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kairi's role in a Kingdom Hearts 3 discussion. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and till next time, I'll see you later.